telling you something. The scratching, the itching, the low energy, the paw chewing. It's not random, it's a message. And most dog mamas do not know how to actually hear it. Your dog has been trying to tell you something for a very long time, maybe weeks, maybe months, possibly even years. And I'm going to show you today exactly how they have been saying it and why most dog mamas completely miss everything. Hi, I'm Lisa, founder of the High Vibe Dog. I help dog mamas stop unknowingly harming their pups and create a toxin free high vibe life using the High Vibe Dog method. This month, we are talking about prevention versus panic. And today, we are going into some signals your dog is already sending you, whether you are realizing it, seeing it, or recognizing it or not. They are there. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to tell you about a dog whose mama was doing almost everything right: food, great intentions, and he was still losing his hair and itching like crazy. And she couldn't figure out why, and I couldn't either until I asked her the right questions. That is the key. So you definitely want to stay for that. Nobody is going to tell you this but me. It is an underpinning thing out there, and nobody talks about it, and they wonder why. The vets don't talk about it. Uh, Product companies definitely don't talk about it. And most dog mamas don't even realize it. That's the problem. Your dog does not have random symptoms. It's just not something that's happening because whatever the answer is, it's not. Your dogs are meant to thrive, and there's so much more out there that people are not realizing. There is no such thing as just how your dog is when it comes to chronic scratching, itching, paw chewing, low energy, recurring infections, digestive issues, even taking it a step further and going into joint discomfort and accelerated aging. It's not normal. It's not, no matter how many vets and how many other people tell you, and no matter how much it's out there. I think it's gaslighting. And I know it is. It's not true. So every single symptom that your dog has is not random. There's no such thing as it's just the way it is. Your dog's body is constantly telling you something. It's telling you something about their environment. It's telling you something about the food that they're eating, about the products that you're using on them, even in them. And most importantly, it's telling you about their energy field that they're in contact with, which is you. All of these play a key role, and they cannot use actual words. They have to show you with actions. They use their symptoms. The question is, do you hear it? Do you recognize it? Do you see it? And the question is not what is wrong with my dog. The question is, what has my dog been trying to tell me and I'm just not listening? When we slow down enough and start looking at what's actually happening, we start seeing differences. We start seeing changes, and we start thinking, hey, man, I got to pay attention to this. So, has your vet ever told you, it's just allergies without giving you any real cause? But They're very apt to say, let's give them a shot or a pill. Why? Let me know in the comments. Drop a yes or a no. These are the little questions, the little small nuances that can start making big changes in how your dog feels on a day-to-day basis. Now, I want to go over how to actually read the signals. So, how do you actually read the signals that your dog is actually telling you with their actions? Here's a simple way to start reading your dog and what they're telling you. Match the symptom to the actual pillar in the high vibe dog method, and we'll go through that. So, for instance, scratching and itching. That's almost always in pillar 1, and that is their food. Also, their environment. So either nutrition or environment. So that's pillar 1 and pillar 3. What are they actually eating on a day-to-day basis? What is going on their skin? These are 2 questions to ask yourself when you start noticing itching and scratching. Number 2, paw chewing. That is almost always the environment, and that is pillar 2. What are they walking through? What do you clean your floors with? Their paws absorb everything and their lungs follow. And they are licking the floor because they're licking their paws, and that's on the floor. So what is floor level? Another one, low energy or behavioral issues. This could be a couple different things, but mostly it is your energy, and that's pillar 4, and that is often overlooked. Your energy affects your dog's energy 100% of the time. A chronically stressed dog and a chronically stressed dog mama produces a chronic issue that continues in your dog. Reoccurring infections or digestive issues, that's most of the time nutrition, almost always. That's going to be that. And that's back to pillar 1. It's the gut. Gut is the foundation of the immune system. Poor food quality on an ongoing basis creates gut disruption. Hair loss or skin reactions. This goes back to the products that you're using. Can be pillar 2. It could also be pillar 3, the products that go on and in your dog. Everything applied to their skin or present in their bedding, in their environment, it's absorbed into their bodies. Dog shampoo also. This one is often the most surprising because the products that are causing it are usually marked safe, sometimes even natural. And most people hear something. Most people don't even ask their groomer what they're using. And 90% of the time, it's very inferior grade products because they're looking at cost over quality. And they're concerned about profits over your pup. There, I said it. And I'm okay about that. So looking at the list, which of these pillars, which of these concerns do you feel that your dog is actually being affected from most? Between your dog symptoms, how did you connect it? Let me know in the comments. 1, 2, 3, or 4. That helps me gauge on how to create content and build value for you. So I want to tell you about my Toodlebug. And something that took me way too long to figure out, to be honest with you. This is something that eluded me, and I felt so guilty because I couldn't figure out what the culprit was. She was constantly scratching and itching nonstop, incessantly. Just itch, 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 itch. I knew she was uncomfortable, and I couldn't figure out what the problem was. And guess what the vet said? Allergies, which is really no answer. I want a solution. So let's figure out what the problem is so that we can remove it, so that that is the solution. And that is a category, not a specific answer. Allergies, it's too broad. A friend of mine suggested it might be chicken. Dirty meats. Most chickens are heavily processed. They're very dirty meats. They've got tons of antibiotics in them, and they're loaded with all kinds of, you name it, especially when it's in treat form, but it's actually in real chicken unless you're buying pasture raised organic chickens. So that makes a big difference. And most treats and most food and most everything is not obviously processed that way. You have to look for it. So I cut out all chicken and chicken treats, and trust me, she loved them. Drove her nuts. She wanted chicken so bad. And the itching did lessen, but it did not stop. And I still could not figure out what it was. I felt completely helpless and so guilty. I felt so bad watching her scratch. And I had done everything that I thought of and could not figure it out. Well, it hit me one day. I had just gone to the kitchen and I was watching her scratch, and she comes running into the kitchen because she wanted turkey bacon. And I bought it and prepared it for her, thinking turkey was better, thinking all of this stuff. And so I had been giving her turkey bacon all along and realized it was a poultry in the poultry family as well, and also a dirty meat. And it hit me right then and there as I was giving her the chicken or the turkey. It's the poultry, all of it, not just chicken, turkey too. Same reason, very dirty meats, same antibiotic load, everything. And I immediately removed that turkey from her diet. And within a week, it lessened and then gone. Automatically stopped altogether. No turkey bacon, no itching. It had been that all along. So you never know what the culprit is. You just have to start looking at the ingredients, making sure they're clean, and seeing where things are falling through the cracks. By doing that, you'll get answers to questions you didn't even know were out there. And she had been telling me this all along, and I just wasn't listening. Every single scratch was a message. And finally, I got it. Now, mind you, she still wanted that turkey, but it was a no-go from that point on. No more. So if you're just joining us now, thank you so much for being here. We are talking about how to be able to read your dog's symptoms to figure out the culprits that's actually causing them. They're communicating to you every single day through symptoms. And I'm about to share a story with you from earlier that I promise you will be so surprised, because it blew me away too when I looked at the ingredient list. So definitely stay for that. And also, if this is resonating with you and you know somebody else that would love to know more about this, or you know they need to know, please share it with them. And also, please subscribe to my channel. It helps so much, and I love it. And follow along for more. Thank you. Okay. So, has your dog ever had symptoms that the vet just said allergies or something, and you thought there's got to be more to it than that? Let me know in the comments, because that's the first sign. You are hearing your dog. You just need a little bit more guidance on learning what they're actually saying. So, what to do when you start hearing the messages? This is so important. So your dog is always telling you something. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to start understanding what they're telling you. And here's the process that I use with every dog mama that I work with on how to actually be able to do just that. So you want to match the symptom to the pillar itself. That's step one. You want to use the framework that I gave you: scratching and itching, paw chewing, low energy, reoccurring infections. Each of those will point you to the actual pillar and the specific problem from it. So that will point you in that direction first. Then you'll know what pillar it is and what to look at on a deeper level. So that's step one. Step two is you want to audit that specific pillar and audit it completely. Not partially, completely. And if it's pillar 3, read every single ingredient in every single product that you are using on your dog, every product that touches your dog, inside and outside, and research them. Shampoos, grooming sprays, flea treatments, laundry soaps on their bedding, vaccinations, products that the vet gives you. Look at the ingredients and see what the interactions are. Every single one of them. And that'll give you a better idea of what's going on with your dog and how you can empower yourself to actually start making changes on your own. And that's what it's all about. Now, step 3 is you want to remove and you want to replace everything. One thing, everything in that pillar, you want to start replacing them one at a time, but you want to replace them all as quickly as possible. This is where most dog mamas go wrong. They try to change everything at once. It's overwhelming. And you just can't figure it all out. You want to start with their dog shampoo, and then you want to ask questions at the groomers. You want to look at the flea meds that you're using, and you want to look at the laundry soap. Start making small changes and looking at these things and start swapping all of these different products out. And then you want to wait about 1 to 2 weeks and start noticing changes in your dog. See what happens. Observe the changes. Then move on to the next thing and do them one at a time, right after another. Step number 4 is go upstream. If removing one thing helps, but does not fully resolve the entire problem and the entire symptom altogether, go deeper in that. There may be more than one thing that's affecting your dog. The symptoms are not the problem. They are the signal telling you. And you want to just keep following it until you come to the actual source, the full source. Here, everything gone. Start doing that. And then you'll start noticing massive changes. Connect it to the method. This is step 1 in the high vibe dog method, actually. This is awareness. You cannot address what you cannot see or do not know. And reading your dog's signals is the most powerful form of awareness that you can actually develop. I have a 5-step system that walks you through this entire process. And step 1 is awareness. That's where it all begins. So, which of these 4 steps feels most doable for you for the next week? I'd love to know it, and let me know in the comments. 1, 2, 3, or 4. See where you start at, and then we can go deeper from there. That's what it's all about. So I promised you in the beginning that I was going to tell you about a story about a dog mama that I know. So funny. The dog is named Pepe, and Pepe was losing his hair. Now, I have been watching and working with Pepe for, I don't know, since December, actually. Since December. And he's just an awesome dog. He's very well cared for. She's constantly working with him. So he's extremely well trained. He's on the best food. She cooks for him constantly. And she thought that her entire house was clean and there was no crap in it, honestly. And he came to me one time, and his hair was everywhere. He was scratching like crazy, and his hair was falling out everywhere. His tummy was bald even. She couldn't figure it out. Was it the food that was doing it? We couldn't figure it out. She makes his own food, as I said. No kibble whatsoever. So, and the ingredients were good ingredients. I prepared it for him most of the time. So everything was extremely intentional, but he was still losing his hair, and it was getting worse, not better. And neither one of us could figure it out. And so I asked her, I started asking her questions when she came to pick him up one time. And she sent me a photo of her laundry detergent. And this is this is what blew me away. The second I saw it, I knew it was seventh generation free and clear. That sounds like it's supposed to be non-toxic. It sounds like it's supposed to not have anything in it. Eco-friendly label, looks good on paper. Most people trust it completely, but what they don't know is the company has been bought out. I think it's Johnson and Johnson or Unilever. And the ingredients were slowly swapped out for cheaper, inferior ingredients. And it contained compounds linked specifically to severe skin reactions and respiratory irritation. It come in plastic pods that melt in hot water and release everything directly into the fabric. That same fabric that Pepe was sleeping on every single night and throughout the day on his blankets and definitely in the bed. And she did not even realize, and it had an irritant on it as well. It had sodium lauryl sulfate in it, and his symptoms kept getting worse. And I told her this, and I sent her, I just took a picture of the ingredients, so simple, and texted it to her, and she was mortified. All this time, she thought she was doing something to be helpful, and it in itself was extremely toxic. And the more you get into this, the more you figure out what's actually toxic. You can look at it quickly and know right away what's in it and how bad it actually is for your animal. So he was telling her all along, hey man, I've had enough. This compound effect is hitting me and I can't handle this anymore. Stop. So she immediately swapped out the laundry detergent, and she also started giving him a omega and started adding this into the food to help quiet the skin down and calm the itching down. And guess what? It worked. It worked. He'd been telling her all along with every single itch, and she just couldn't catch it. She just couldn't catch it. And once we were able to switch that label out to something that actually was eco-friendly and not just words on a label, then we started seeing changes. That ingredient label showed the story. The new ones showed the results. And that's what it's really all about. So think about what you're using and drop a yes or no in the comments if you're thinking, oh my God, am I using something that's could be toxic and I thought it was clean? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. These are the things that we can make small changes that make the biggest effect with our pups. So I'd like to go over some questions now and kind of just see how that is with you guys, because I'm always getting different questions in my messages, and I'd love to share some answers that have helped me in the past. And whether you decide to go all in or slowly start making changes, listen to what your dog's telling you, because they're telling you how to help them. They're showing you what's wrong, and you just kind of got to take some time and figure it out. That's really what it's all about. And it's exactly what I did. I did that with my own dog. When I realized what I had been doing all along, I started learning. I went to this lady almost, I think probably I was in her business 3 to 4 times a week, asking questions and bringing her stuff in to have her help me. And I couldn't have done it by myself. And that's what I'm here for. So if I can help you step forward in the game and be able to save your pup a lot of discomfort and you a lot of guilt, that's what it's all about. So let's answer some questions. I had a dog mama. She asked, my dog scratches constantly and the vet says it's just allergies. What do I do? Okay, so we've kind of gone over that. Allergies is just a category. It's not a cause. Ask the vet specifically what they are allergic to. They can do tests for you to figure out. If they cannot tell you exactly what it is, start with the 4-pillar audit. and audit yourself and start going through that list. And you'll be able to start looking through things and start checking things off the list. That is the best way to begin. Also, start looking at the food and the products that you're using on them regularly. Swap out the food for something different. Get rid of kibble. It is toxic, and in all honesty, it's killing your dog slowly. Slowly. There is only one or two brands of kibble out there that has a completely different preparation and sourcing of the products, of the meats and vegetables in it, and it is not toxic. It does not have these ingredients, and so therefore it's a lot safer. But swap the food out and look at the ingredients in the products that you're using around your home. That's number one. Now, DM me switch and we will get you the food guide. And I also have an updated version of the positive choice guide. It has a lot more information in it as well. So comment switch and I can reach out to you and get you that so that you can actually start making changes in your dog's life. And funny enough, in yours too. You'll both be healthier. Here's another question from Carol. How do I know if the food or the product is causing the reaction? Remove one category and see what happens. That's pretty much it. Start with the food first. Switch out to a cleaner food source and you'll see if the symptoms improve. And then move on to the next one. You'll still want to clean everything, but start with one at a time. It makes it much easier. And then you can start eliminating bigger things. Are there any safe laundry soaps for dogs that are safe for dogs? Absolutely. And I use and exclusively recommend the Thieves laundry soap. Not only does it clean the fabrics, it cleanses all the residue from all the toxic laundry soaps that's been being used on it over time. And it removes that film that's left in the clothes and will get rid of that over time so that it's not affecting you. It actually causes all sorts of neurological problems. So both you and your dog, the traditional laundry soap. And this will remove it, clean it out. And what's cool about it is it's an you name it. It will boost the immune system. So it's antibacterial, antifungal, you name it. So it does all of that and cleans your laundry, and it's concentrated. So that's by far the best one I've found. And trust me, before I discovered them, I was looking and constantly changing because every time I'd find one that I thought was clean, I'd dig a little deeper. And sure enough, the ingredients were very shady to say the least. So I got rid of that altogether. Again, DM me switch and I'll reach out to you and we can figure out what works best for you. So your dog has been talking to you all along through every scratch, through every itch, through every paw lick, through every nervous symptom that your dog has, and through every symptom that shows up and never fully went away. It just compounds. That's not random. That's the communication. That's them telling you, help, mama. I need help. And it's up to us to actually hear that and listen to what they need. And that's all it is. So DM me switch and I will send you the Canine Cuisine Food Guide and also a link to our upgraded Positive Choice Guide to Non-Toxic Living as well. That is brilliant. It's just been updated. So send me the word switch and I will get that out to you right away. So next Monday, we're going to be going over habits of a dog mama. That's what we're going to be talking about. Daily practices that keep your dog in prevention and not panic. And this is designed to go permanently. So stay tuned for next week, but focus on this week because this week we've got lots of cool stuff. And I'm changing some things around. So if you guys have any suggestions or things you'd like to learn more about, please don't hesitate to comment below. And I would love to find as many topics as I can that can help you live more holistically with your pup. So Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next slide. Remember, always create something magnificent with your pup. Ciao for now.